$217,000. That is not a scam. Not one bad purchase. That is what 10 ordinary habits will quietly drain from the average American by retirement. Just everyday stuff we all do without thinking. Ryan sat at his kitchen table in Columbus, Ohio, on a Sunday night. 31. Marketing coordinator, baby on the way. He pulled up 6 months of bank statements and started highlighting every charge he could not remember making. Delivery fees, subscription renewals, a car payment he had been comfortable with for 2 years. 3 hours later, he had a number, and he did not sleep well that night. Today we are breaking down 13 things that are no longer worth your money in 2026, using one simple formula I call the convenience tax calculator. True cost equals sticker price, plus convenience tax, plus opportunity cost. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And number 7, most Americans will refuse to believe it. Let us start with the worst offender. DoorDash and Uber Eats made sense in 2015 when those companies were burning venture capital to subsidize your delivery. That era is over. A Chipotle burrito costs about $11 in the restaurant. Order it on DoorDash without Dash Pass, and by checkout, delivery fee. Service charge. Tip. You are looking at $26 to $29. That is a second burrito you are paying for and never eating. Overall, DoorDash orders run roughly 30 to 40% higher than ordering directly. Ryan's 6-month DoorDash total came to $2,340. The same meals picked up or cooked at home, about $1,100. His convenience tax, $1,240. Enough for the crib and stroller. His wife had been researching. Now, let us do your math. Right now, pull up your delivery app, go to order history, find your average order from last month. Multiply by how many times you ordered, then multiply by 12. That yearly number is your convenience tax on delivery alone. For most people, it lands between $1,800 and $4,500. Sit with that for a second. Delivery apps are just the warm-up. The average new car in America now sells for around $50,000. According to Bankrate, the average monthly payment hit roughly $750 by early 2026, up from $490 just a decade ago. But the sticker price is not where the money disappears. A $50,000 car at 7% interest over 72 months costs about $11,376 in interest alone. By the time you make that last payment, the car is worth maybe $25,000. You paid $61,000 for a $25,000 asset. Here is the real gut punch. That same $750 a month invested in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund over 30 years could grow to roughly $1.1 million. That is the car payment treadmill. You keep running, and you never build wealth. The smarter move? A 3 to 5-year-old used car, bought with cash or a small loan.
All right, and here are the keys.
Most
to
of
your
the
new
depreciation
sedan.
already happened. You get 30 to 40% off for a car that still has years of life. When the iPhone launched in 2007, each new model was a genuine leap. Those days are done. The difference between an iPhone 15 and 16, most people cannot name a single feature without checking. The cost per use math is simple. A $1,100 phone kept 1 year costs $3.01 per day. And keep it 4 years and it drops to 75 cents. That is $3,300 saved over 4 years. Software updates keep older phones running fine. And a battery replacement costs $89 at Apple. Not $1,000. $100. This one is less flashy, but the numbers are enormous. Actively managed mutual funds charge expense ratios between 0.75 and 1.5%. Index funds like VOO or VTI charge around 0.03%. According to the S&P Global SPIVA scorecard, over 20 years. Roughly 87 to 90% of actively managed large cap funds failed to beat their benchmark. $500,000 invested for 30 years at 8%, average return grows to about $5 million in a low-cost index fund. In a fund charging 1%, you end up with $3.8 million. That $1.2 million gap is not a performance difference. It is a fee difference. Check your 401k tonight. If any fund has an expense ratio above 0.25%, look at alternatives. And to be clear, this is not specific investment advice. Talk to a licensed financial advisor for your situation.
Yes, it is.
And the
Extended
warranty.
warranties at Best Buy or Costco feel responsible.
No, thank you.
They are almost always a waste. If you carry a premium credit card like Chase Sapphire or Amex Gold, your manufacturer's warranty is already extended a year for free. You are paying for coverage you already have.
Warranty.
The fine print on these warranties often excludes the exact damage you would need covered.
And
Self-insure instead? Over a lifetime of electronics, you come out way ahead. Now here is where we zoom out, because so far this sounds like every other stop buying stuff video, and those videos miss something important.
Plastic.
Some things are worth paying more for.
The numbers don't lie.
The convenience tax calculator is not about spending less, it is about seeing where your money goes so you can redirect it to what actually matters. Frugal living is not deprivation, it is intentional spending. Ryan canceled DoorDash. He is keeping his 2023 Hyundai. He skipped the iPhone 16, and with the money saved, he is building a baby fund. Not because anyone guilted him, because he ran the numbers and made his own call. That is the difference between cheap and intentional. The global wellness industry is projected to surpass $7 trillion. A huge chunk of that sells you the idea that health requires expensive purchases, $25 smoothies, $95 yoga sets, $40 supplements with no FDA oversight. The things that actually work are boring and mostly free. Walking, sleeping 8 hours, drinking water, real food, exercise. Here is the one most people will not want to hear. According to LendingTree, in every major US metro, renting is now cheaper than buying. Homeowners with mortgages pay roughly 37% more per month than renters for comparable housing. Ryan's coworker, Mark, 42, 2 kids, bought a starter home for $385,000. Mortgage, $2,800 a month. Then the HVAC died, $6,500. Then the roof leaked, $4,200. His starter home became a money pit within 2 years. With mortgage rates near 7%, unless you are staying 10 plus years, renting and investing, the difference often wins. Designer goods, bottle service, Coachella tickets on a credit card. Status spending feels good for about 48 hours. Then it is just a lower bank balance. Ask yourself, would you still buy it if nobody could see you wearing it? driving it, or posting it? If yes, it is a real purchase. If not, it is a performance. The hedonic treadmill is real. $200 sneakers feel normal. So now you need the $350 pair. Fast food used to be the cheap option. A McDonald's meal now runs about $14. A sit-down lunch at a decent local spot, also $14 to $15 with real ingredients cooked fresh. The price gap has nearly vanished. The quality gap has not. Ryan's meal prep math tells the story. $45 a week on groceries for 5 lunches versus $14 a day eating out. Over a year. That is $1,300 saved. And yes, Costco's $1.50 hot dog combo remains the last great deal in American food. A decade ago, a big concert ticket cost $50 to $100. Now $200 to $400 is standard before Ticketmaster adds service fees and facility charges that push a $200 ticket to $275. The alternative? Local venues. $20 to see an up-and-coming artist in a 300-person room often beats nosebleed seats at a stadium. Better sound, closer to the stage, no payment plan required. Tonight, do one thing. Open your bank app or delivery app. Find one subscription, one convenience fee, one recurring cost you forgot about. Cancel it. That is $10 to $50 back this month. Small? Sure. But $50 a month is $600 a year. And $600 a year invested over 20 years at 8% is over $29,000. One click. Tonight, send this to that friend who always says, "I do not know where my money goes." The convenience tax calculator from this video is their answer. They need the delivery app math from minute 3. And if the car payment section hit a nerve, you are going to want the next one. We broke down the full 2026 car payment trap. The loans, the negative equity, the dealership tricks, and how to get out without wrecking your credit. That video is right here.